Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is the third session in which I am going to explain you the text processing and how it is done by using Java. Now in this section we are going to study about the texts or the strings and how they are created in Java and how we can deal with the text or the strings in Java and what are the different methods we have to process the text or the characters of the text. Starting with first a string. What is a string? It is nothing but a set of characters or a sequence of characters. They are objects of type string or they are objects of the class strings. Now one of the feature of a string is that strings are immutable. It means once the strings are created, they cannot be changed. For example, you create a string s. The value of the s is, let's say, hello. So you have created a string s hello, the value. Now once it is created, you cannot change the contents of the string, and this is the case with the string class of which you create the string objects and you assign the value to it. Okay, for example, if I create a string, let's say string name is equal to new string of xyz. Now this name string is created and it is giving a reference to the value xyz. Now this name string is immutable, meaning that it will not change, or it cannot be changed, meaning its contents cannot be changed. So to get a changeable string, we can use another class called string buffer. So the objects created by using a string buffer class are mutable. It means the contents can be changed. Okay. To create an empty strings, we just create a string object without any value as a parameter. That will create an empty string. So here is an example of how you can create the strings, different ways to create the strings. Either you can directly assign the value at the time of creation or when you declare the string object, like string str is equal to abc, will create a string str referring to the value abc in the memory. Or you can create an array of characters abc and use that array of characters while creating the string object. Okay, so at the same time str is again hold the same data, which is the data is abc. So str will have again abc, the value abc in the memory. So if the data array in the above example is modified after the string creation, then it has no effect on the string object. It has no effect on the string object because once it is created, now you cannot modify the data. So if you do any changes in this data array, that will not affect. Or if you remove C and put D, but the str remains ABC as it is. You can also construct the string objects by passing another string object. Okay, so str2 now created, and str2 will also have the value ABC. Okay, this is about creating the strings. Moving ahead to string operations, what are the different operations we can have with the strings? Okay, the first thing we want to know about the length of the string. We have a function called length that is a method that returns the length of the string. That is, what is the length of the string? It is the number of characters in the string. For example, if I say system.out.println hello.length, hello is a string as you see it is enclosed in double quotes, dot length will print 5 because hello has 5 characters. So this one, if you want, you can test on NetBeans. I have the NetBeans over here. I'll create a new project, Java application. I'll name this as text processing. Now here the class is created, text processing class, wherein you have the main method. Now you can start writing the code. First let me create a string to just show you how you can create the string. A string str is equal to hello. Now the str is created. The second thing what we are studying is what we discussed is uh, printing the length of the string. We say system.out.println. To know the length of the string, we are going to use a method called string length. So string is an object, str.length length. Okay, this will print the length of the string. Okay, let me save this and execute to see the output. You should get 5 as the answer or the output. So if you execute this one, what is your result is 5. Okay, you can format this, you can put in a more formal way, the by adding a statement, the length of the string is 5. So you just need to save this and run. The length of the string is 5. And there is a mistake over here, we need to add plus over here to just to combine the result with the statement. The length of the string is 5. Okay, you can also directly print the length of any constant string. For example, if you have a system.out.println of abcd dot length, will print the length of the abcd, that is the number of characters in the length. What should you get is 4. Okay, directly printing the length. So this is what the length of the string. We can also use a plus operator here to concatenate 2 or more strings. Okay, after the length it is the concatenation. We can use a plus operator to concatenate or to combine 2 or more strings. For example, let's say here the string my name is Harry and the string str is my name plus my name. What is this? This is a my name string variable which has the value Harry. So it will take Harry over here. So the output will be my name is Harry. Now for a string concatenation, the Java compiler converts the operand to a string whenever the other operand of the plus is a string object. It means, for example, I have a string number is plus 5. Now at this point what happens is, this is a string, this is a number or an integer. So Java compiler will convert this into a string first, then it will add with the number is. So what you get is number is 5. Okay, as you see in our statement here, we have used plus over here. Now in this statement plus, the length of the string is str.length. str.length returns the number 5. Now this 5 is first converted into a string and then added with this statement, giving the result the length of the string is 5. Moving ahead, there is one more method, another method called char@, will give you the character at the specified position in the string. The position should range from 0 to length minus 1, that is the length of the string minus 1. So char@ will give you the character at a particular position in the string. For example, you have a character ABC, you have a string ABC. We say abc.char@1 will return B. Why? Because in the string, for example, if it is a string ABC, the characters are the index of the character starts from 0 to the length minus 1. That is 0, 1, 2. 2 is length minus 1. What is the length of this string is 3. 3 minus 1, 2. So it is 0 from length minus 1. So if you say char at 1, then the result is B. We can test this one. If you want to check the character at a particular position, I'll print it system.out.println the character at second position is plus str dot str dot char at, let's say we want the second character char at 1, because the character starts from 0. 0 is the first character, second character is 1. So what you get, the second character 1 is E. You should get E. So let us check. Yeah, the character at second position is E. Okay, so this is char at, which will give you the character at a specified position. Start with start with is again another method which will give you the whether a particular string starts with a string or not. For example, you have a string called figure and you want to check whether this figure word or a string figure starts with fig or not. So this will return true or false. So if I say figure dot starts with fig, then it will return true because it starts with fig. uh, Again we have another method called ends with, which is just opposite to starts with. It is just opposite to start with. It will check whether the string ends with a particular string or a particular set of characters or not. So here figure ends with re. So this will check whether figure ends with re or not. If it is ending with re, it will return true. If not, it will return false. Okay, so you can test this one by putting into in a program in NetBeans. Okay, whether it starts with a particular string or particular set of characters or not. So we can test it. We can print the system.out.println system.out.println of str dot starts with the string. You have to check whether the particular string. Now str is hello. So hello starts with, let me check, hello starts with he or not. So let's check this one. It should return true because it starts with he. So we see our last answer is true. Now if let me check with eh, whether it starts with eh or not. So now it returns false because it is not starting with eh. In the same fashion, you can check with ends with. In the same fashion, you can check with ends with. So you say str dot ends with. Str dot ends with a particular string. For example, let me check, it will ends with llo. Hello ends with llo. So let us check whether it is ending with yes, true, it is ending with llo. Or you can also check with just ll, it is ending with ll or not. It is false because it is ending with llo, not with ll. So like this you can test the working of these methods. The next, we have this program to check these methods what we have studied. you can do this program and read this program, and you can copy this code in NetBeans and check whether these functions will work or not. This is again the same example to check with whether the string starts with a particular string or not, and to check the length of the string. In this statement we are checking the length of the string, so the output should get the number of characters including the spaces. So you have in welcome 7 space 8 2 characters 10 11 plus 4 15. Okay, so what you have, the output is 15 characters. So the first output is 15. The second is whether it's starting with a welcome. Yes, so it says it starts with welcome, ends with M180. Yes, it is, so it prints ends with M180. Okay, so this returns true, so it will print this statement, and this returns true, so it will print this statement. Moving ahead, more functions. Compare to. This function is compared to two strings lexicographically. It means it is checking the characters and their position in the ASCII code. For example, over here you can see the ASCII codes for the characters. For example, for A the value is 65, and for small a the value is 97. So now here lexicographically it means checking the string character by character, whether they are equal, or which character is coming first and which character whether the character of the source string is coming first or the character of destination string is coming first. Now what is the result of this method is, the result is negative integer if the string object source, if the invoking string object lexicographically precedes and it comes first in an alphabetical order. For example, if the source is ABC dot compare to destination is XYZ. So ABC of course is coming first, then XYZ. So ABC first, it will check the first character A, X, so it will return a negative integer. So that is the value of A and the value of X is taken, and it will do minus. The result would be a positive integer if the string object lexicographically follows the argument string. Okay, and it returns 0 if both are same, if both are equal. For example, ABC dot compare to ABC. So in this case it will return 0. Okay, now here let us check this example. Let string 1 is good morning, string 2 is good morning, but the difference here in these two strings is the first string has capital G, the second string has small g. Now when you compare S1 dot compare to S2, it is minus 32. Why? Because capital G comes first before small g. So first comes the capital letters, then comes the small letters. Now in this case we will check the value of, the system will check the value of capital G, which is 71. So it will take 71, and the value of small g, which is 103. So then it will do minus. So it is 71 minus 103 is minus 32. So it will return minus 32. Now what if the string is compared in this fashion? S2 dot compare to S1. Now in this case S2 is the invoking string or the source, and S2 is the destination. So here first small g is taken, so small g is 103 minus capital G is 71, so you get a positive digit, that is 32. So we can put this in a NetBeans to check. So let us first create two strings, S1 and S2. A string S1 is equal to good, and string S2 is equal to good. Now I'll check. First I'll print the difference comparison of S1 dot compare to S2. Now it should get a negative value. So we said we should get a negative value here, that is minus 32. Now if we compare S2 with S1, of course it is both are same, both are uh, S1 S2 is a small integer, it starts with a small g, and S1 starts with capital G. So first it should get a positive number, because the small number has the highest value in ASCII code, capital has the lowest value. So we get positive, positive integer. Then if both are equal, for example, let's say I'll make g as small g, then we should get 0. We should get the compare to as 0. So we got for both zeros. Okay. So this is how you can compare the two strings by using a function compare to. Next, there is another method called equals, which compares the invoking string to a specified object. The invoking string to a specified object. The result is true if and only if the argument is not null and a string object that represents the same sequence of characters as the invoking object. So the output of this method is either true or false. If both strings are equal, it will return true. If both strings are not equal, it will return false. So for example, let us compare S1 is good and S2 is good. Now this S1 dot equals of S2 will give true, because both have the same value, and S1 if we have capital G here for S2, then S1 dot equals of S2 will give false, because capital G is different from small g. Okay, so this function equals, check the contents of the string. Check the contents of the string. If both are equal, it will give true, otherwise it will give false. There is another equal operator to compare the two strings. Now in this case, the equal operator checks whether two strings are referring to the same value or not. For example, you have S1 is equal to hello. Okay, you created S1, and you have, for example, you created a string S1. Yeah, let me take this over here. You have created string S1 is equal to new string of hello, and you have created another string S2 is equal to new string of hello. Now at this point, what happens in the memory is, for string S1, a separate memory location is given where the value is stored as a hello. So S1 is referring to a memory where the value is stored as hello, and S2 is another object which is referring to some memory location where the value is hello. Okay, so S1 is different from S2 as an object. So S1 is a different object, S2 is a different object. So if you say S1 equals S2, it will give false. Why? Because S2 is different object referring to some different memory, and S1 is different object, S1 is different referring to different memory, and S2 is different referring to another memory. So this equal operator will check the reference, whether it is referring to the same memory in the computer or it is referring to the different memory locations in the computer. Now here is some examples. The example says, let us create two strings str1 and str2 with a value abc with the same value, but two different strings, two different string object. Okay, so if both are different object, it will give false. Okay, now if we create two strings with the value abc, okay, at the time of assigning the value, okay, at the time assigning the value at the time of declaration. Okay, for example, it is something like this. Let us create two strings. A string s1 is equal to hello, and a string s2 is equal to hello. Now at this point, when the values are same in this format of creating the string, then both the string s1 and s2 will refer to the same memory where the value hello is present. Now in this case, if I say s1 is equal to s2, this is true because they are referring to the same memory. Okay, this is true if they are referring to the same memory. If I create, for example, another object by creating a string object, s3 is equal to new string of hello. Now if I say s1 is equal to s3, this is false because you have created a new object, so s3 will have its own reference where the value hello is present. Okay, so this is the equal operator, which will show which will compare two string references. If the strings are referring to the same value, then it will say true. If they are referring to the different locations, then it will say false. Now this is an test example where there are two strings are created, str or str2, and s string is also created. Okay, now here there is a comparison by using the method compare to, by using the method equal operator, by using equals, okay, and compare to. So the result of this is this one. The first thing is str1 dot compare to str2, both are same. So compare to will give 0 if both are same, the contents are same. The second thing is str1 is equal to str2 is returns true because these are created in the declaration format. So now str1 and str2 will refer to the same, both are referring to the same memory locations where the value strings are immutable present. Okay, so it returns true. Now str1 is equal to S returns false because str is referring to some other memory and S is referring to some other memory location. So it is different references, so it returns false. str1 equals to str2, it returns true because the contents are same. str2 compares to str3, returns 10 because if you check str2, it is strings capital S, and str3 it is I. Okay, so if you do S capital S minus capital I, you have to look back to the ASCII code table for S and I. So the capital S has 83 and I has 73. So 83 minus 73 will be 10. So it is 83 minus 73, 10. So you got 10. If you just make it opposite, so str3 compares to str1, of course it is minus 10 because it is I minus S, which is 73 minus 83, which is minus 10. This is another example to compare two strings to check what are the output of after comparisons. So if you look into this, you have two strings str1 which is abc, str2 abc. Now str1 is referring to different memory where the value is abc, str2 is referring to another memory where the value is abc. Both are different objects, has different reference. It says str1 is equal to str2 is false, so it will print the else statement. Str1 is equal to str2 is false because both are referring to different memory locations. Then str1 equals str2, it is true because equals checks the contents, uh, both contents are same, so it will print str1 equals to str2 is true. Now if I create str3 is equal to abc, str4 is equal to abc. Now two str3 and str4, the method of creating these two objects are at the time of declaration with the same value, so both will refer to the same value in the same memory, so both have the same reference. Now it will return true and it will print str3 is equal to str4 is true. Then index of operator, index of a character, so it it returns the index of a particular character in a string, that is the number. If the character is not found, it will return -1. So for example, index of str dot index of a, where str is how was your day today. So first index of a is 0 1 2 3 4 5, so index of a is 5. Then this is the returning the character, returning a particular index of a particular character, so it will return 5. If the character is not found, it will return -1. Then we can also have index of string to check where this string is present in the this substring is present in the string. So we can write str dot index of was. So where is the was? It is from the fourth character. Okay, so 0 1 2 3 4, 0 1 2 3 from the fourth character. Okay, so what you have the output, it returns 5 and returns 4. So was is present at the index 4. Now you can also check a particular character from a particular index or from a particular position in the string. Okay, for example, your string is how was your day. You can check str dot index of a starting from the sixth character, starting from the sixth character. So it is starting from sixth character. Okay, so you count from the sixth character, after that it will look for a. So what is the output for this? Is 14. Why? Because if you see here 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, so it will start searching from here to a. So you go from here, you find at the 14th character, so it will return 14. And then was starting from the fifth position, so it will return -1 because fifth position is this one. From here start searching for was, but there is no was still here, so it will return -1. Then last index of searches a character and returns from the last, returns the value from the last. Okay, so for example over here, if you say last index of a, it is from the second last, so it is the 14 15 16 17 18 19 20, so it will return 20. If I say str dot last index of a, character a will return 19. Okay, So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Sorry, it will return 20 because from the last where the A is present, it's present at the 20th location. So it will return 20. In the same fashion, you can search for a string using last index of. You can say str dot last index of a string was, for example, was. So it will search the was from the last till over here, and it will give the same value, that is from 4. Okay, this is last index of. Another method we have called substring, to take a substring of a string or to cut a particular string from a string. For example, if I say unhappy dot substring of 2, so it means take the string from the second character. So it is 0, 1, second character is this one. So it will take the string from here till the end. So the result of this is happy. So you get that it returns happy. Now you can also specify in the substring beginning index and the end index, from where to where, and the end index is exclusive. Beginning index is inclusive, it means it will start from that particular character. Exclusive, it means it will not count this character, the index, this index. Okay, so for example, if it is smiles substring of 1 comma 5, starts from 1, ends at 5. So it starts from 1, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5. So what is the result of this is starting from 1, M I L E. Fifth is not counted because it is exclusive. So the result is M I L E, mile. So it returns mile, not miles, because miles is the fifth character and the fifth is exclusive. The next method is concat. Concat method is adding two strings together, or it is also called appending the string. Okay, two strings, the destination is added to the source. For example, over here, if S is a strings are immutable, D is all the time. Strings are immutable, D is all the time. Then R is equal to S dot concat of D. What is the result? The result is S plus D. So it is strings are immutable all the time. Strings are immutable all the time. Now this is a program to show you these functions of concatenation, the function of concatenation. Okay, here two strings are taken, happy and birthday, and the concatenation is done by using the concatenation operator, I mean the function. It's s1 dot concat of s2 over here. Okay, now here is again the example which is using these functions. Okay, and you are asked to give the output of this example. So S1 is M180 course and S2 is Java. So what is the length of S1? It is 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, 5 plus 6, 11. So the length is 11. S2 dot last index of A. Last index of A is the last one, 3. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Last index is 3. S2 dot index of A comma 2. S2 dot index of A comma 2 is again 3, starting from 0, 1, 2. From here the index is 3. S1 dot compare to S2. When you compare S1 with S2, so it is M minus J. So you have to look what is the value of M and minus what is the value of J, and that value is written. S1 dot substring of S5. Substring of 5. So 5 is fifth character, so it will be course. It will be, so the result will be course. Then S1 concat with S2. S1 is M180 course Java. Okay, this is the output. So you can see 11, 3, 3, the comparison also 3, M minus J, the result course, and it is M180 course Java. So this is what we had in this section of text processing. So here I will stop, and I hope this recording is beneficial for you, and you can watch this recording. If you have any doubts, any point is not clear in this presentation, then you can write to me on my university email, that is msuliman@arab.edu.sa. Okay, and I'll be happy to answer your doubts. Thank you for watching, and see you inshallah in the next recording.